YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction video. We are continuing on with the Led Zeppelin journey today. We're still really early on into it. If you didn't see, we did Stairway to Heaven on the channel at some point. I'm working through my backlog of reactions right now as I'm recording this, so I don't know when. I'm kind of balancing the new videos and the old videos, so I don't know when this one's going to come out, but hopefully not too long ago, we did Stairway to Heaven, and I basically said, okay, the journey begins here. Guide me. Led Zeppelin are a classic band, one of the all-time greats in rock and roll history, so I have no doubt that there's probably stuff that I've just kind of consumed secondhand over my life, or I've heard in the background or whatever, but as far as I know, I couldn't, sing you a Led Zeppelin song right now. So, well, I could sing you Stairway to Heaven because I've listened to it about 30 times since I did the reaction video. But other than that, I was like, you know what, this is a journey that I'm starting here, and I want guidance, so just throw song suggestions at me. Continue to do that, by the way. Just tell me what you want me to listen to. And I did get a few in the last video. Actually, quite a few people told me to do live performances, and I think I do want to do that, but I think with such like an iconic band, at least for now, I want to just start with some of the regular, like the studio stuff, just to kind of get an idea of what they're about, and then maybe we can transition into the live stuff. And of course, I can always go back to songs that I've done the studio version of and just watch a live performance of as well. So don't worry, I will do some live stuff at some point. I just want to do some studio stuff first. That said, we are starting with Immigrant Song today because, like I said, I got a few suggestions on the last one. The reason why this one stuck out to me when I was browsing around is because this song is only 2.5 minutes long. Which is interesting to me because I talked in the Stairway to Heaven video about how that song is obviously like, what, 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes long, and it went by in the blink of an eye. You didn't even notice with the way it was constructed, and, you know, the journey they took you on over the course of the 8 or so minutes. It's the blink of an eye. You don't even notice the song is slightly on the longer side compared to like the average song we cover on the channel, right? Not that we haven't done songs that long. We've done songs even longer for sure, but having heard a song a little bit on the longer side, per the average for the channel, like I said, maybe most of their songs are 8 minutes. I don't know. We haven't got that far yet. I saw they did a 2.5 minute one, and I was like, okay. I saw what they did with 8 minutes. It went by in the blink of an eye. They took me on a whole journey that developed over the course of the song. I'm really curious to see what they can pack into 2.5 minutes, and then we'll take it from there. So that said, we have Immigrant Song. I have the lyrics on screen. I know the lyric video is going to be a bit iffy sometimes, but it's just so there's something to look at in the bottom corner so you don't have to awkwardly stare at my mug through the whole video. That said, we're going to listen to Immigrant Song because this intro has been longer than the whole song. Let's listen. Ooh. Yeah, no holding back. Okay. So I caught, first of all, yeah, okay, I recognize that immediately. Okay, I know people are going to want me not to pause for 2.5 minute song. It's got to be transformative copyright. I just want to say something really quick because otherwise I'm just going to sit here for 2 minutes going like this. I really dig the sort of the foundation of this one. My musical terminology is still getting there, but I like I can hear the bass line in there, I can hear the drum beat in there, and it kind of has this little this consistent little, I don't know, like you're riding on a horse. It makes you, you just feel like you got something going on in the background, which is interesting because I was going to say, as much as like I talked about the last song being a journey, this is only like a little 2.5 minute song, and yet it still feels like It's not just, hey, here's the song. He's doing different little things. You've got different styles. You've got like 3 different ways he's presented his vocals already throughout the song, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's got a little contrast of like a little bit of a nice consistent bass line that's got you getting in the groove, but at the same time the vocals are doing this, they're doing that. Again, it's a bit different. Again, we're like, what's... Alrighty. That one was, I would say, I don't know if this is maybe the word that would potentially come to mind for everyone here. I thought that was a little bit intriguing. It was an interesting little one because like I said it at the start of the video. I was like, okay, so Stairway to Heaven, that was a journey. I think that's a great word to use for that song. I feel like that kind of was too, even though it was only a couple minutes long. The way that he kind of jumped between, like, sometimes he was kind of a little bit smoother with the singing, then he was hitting high notes, then he was kind of yelling at you, then they had the like there was quite a lot going on in a little bit of a short song to where it still felt like it was going places. And as I said, the sort of foundation of the song had you know, you got the vibe of it, it got you going a little bit, but then if you sort of, I don't know, I kind of felt like I was... I don't even know. They're an interesting band so far. Let me a little read to the lyrics here, and maybe that can, you know. But I got the vibe. So it's called Immigrant Song, and I got the vibe of we come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun where the hot springs flow. Valhalla, I am coming. So is it a Viking thing? Valhalla's a Viking thing, right? That's like, it's kind of like an afterlife for Vikings. The Norse Hall of the Dead. Okay. Odin receives fallen warriors who died valiantly in battle, and then that's kind of where the warriors kind of live in the afterlife, I think. My Norse mythology knowledge limited. I'll be honest with you there, limited. And we sleep on the threshing floor. So is that so? The immigrants kind of like we sweep the threshing floor. Our goal will be the western shore. Yeah. So it's I guess kind of like Viking or like Norse-esque, you know, travelers going about and doing their various traveling activities. To say, I guess it's probably like a bit of a simple way to summarize it up, but I think that's what you get. Immigrant Song likens the band's trip to Iceland to Norse warriors setting out to colonize America. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So yeah, it's I'm into it. I mean it's yeah, like I said, it was kind of it's one of those ones where you're never really sure what to kind of say in like a shorter song, or at least I'm not, or like what to focus on, because I feel like I don't know, you just hey, it's like a 2.5 minute song and just kind of enjoy the sound and let it be what it is, and I feel like that's one of those songs where you could very easily just be like, dude, just rock out, vibe out, enjoy the song, enjoy the music for what it is, but at the same time, dude, I don't know, man, there was still a lot going on there. There was a lot of layering to it. He did a lot. Who's the vocalist here? Before Robert Plant's the frontman, right? Yeah, Robert Plant's the vocalist. Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, John Bonham. Okay, Robert Plant, he can do a little bit, and I think I'm very intrigued to see what else he can do, because I think it says a lot if in a 2-minute song or a 2.5 minute song you can do so much with your voice, you know? He wasn't afraid to do different things. It wasn't just like, hey, it's 2 minutes, let me just sing the song and bounce. Nah, he was doing this thing, and then he was doing this, and then he was singing one way, and he was singing another way, and then he was kind of like yelling at you. I think there's a lot of it in like a little 2-minute song. He did so much with his voice in such like a little short time. I think that's a little bit of a, hey, dude, check this out. And this is their album is called Led Zeppelin 3. So I think their albums, and someone said, hey, listen to all of Led Zeppelin 4 or 5. So I think they just named their albums numbers. they're all just numbered. So if this is the third album, then I guess, you know, they probably had it a little bit figured out by this point. But still, he probably didn't by this point still need to be going, hey, look what I can do. I feel like you probably had a good taste of what he could do from the first two albums, but at least for me, someone who's this is the second song I'm listening to, I'm like, ooh, he can do something. He's got something going on there. He's got a little bit going on there. So I guess that's that, dude. I never want to drag on the discussion element part of the video too long on a shorter song, because it feels like I'm just dragging it out, and I always feel really bad for it. That said, though, I don't know where my analysis was at with this one, because it felt a little bit disjointed. I didn't really know what I was saying, but dude, you know what though? Intrigued? Did he say intrigued? I can't wait to do some more. So I guess on that note, as I said at the start of the video, as I said at the end of the Stairway to Heaven video, just keep telling me songs. Just throw songs at me. I mean, like, I don't know how many albums they have, but just if you found this and you're new to the channel, I just throw stuff at me. That kind of tends to be, and I tend to just, you know, if I'm doing a band that I want to like get into a little bit and I want to keep covering, I tend to just grab them from the comments and just run with it. I do bounce around. I tend to bounce from album to album, back and forth, to keep a little bit of variety and just kind of see where they were at with various. I tend to bounce around a little bit, unless people tell me to do otherwise, as was the case with Pink Floyd, which obviously it's much more it's much more conducive of their music to listen to the albums through. So, but otherwise, for the most part, I tend to bounce around. So just throw songs at me, or let me know what people think, and I will listen to some more. That said, thank you for watching. I'm trying to just see how many albums they have, but I'll just check that in my own time, because that makes more sense. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Later.